This is essentially what happened. I don't know if we've had a summary of the scandal, but a family of individuals, Pakistani in origin, who are naturalized American citizens, I think all of them, have been working in the House for a large number of Democrats in violation, seemingly, of rules about how employees are managed by offices. Essentially, you had 4 or 5 people working for 40 House offices. That's not the way it's supposed to work. You can't check to see what the individuals are doing work-wise, and it led to breaches of secure information, evidently, all over the place, at least on the House Democratic side. And so since then, we've had evidence that they were in contact with some Pakistani officials, and there were aliases used, all sorts of red alerts in terms of a national security impact. And of course, the data being moved in large quantities also suggests something wrong. And evidently, to even raise that question is something that's controversial. And it seems to me that ought to be a basic question. It could be something as simple as a Pakistani family, American family of Pakistani origin, took advantage of lax oversight by House administrators to steal money, to steal equipment, or to use it as a place or a vehicle for which to defraud banks. It could be as simple as that. But frankly, when it comes to political crimes with a political component, I fear the Justice Department is going to fear to tread. And it may not, because of the political nature of what went on, they're not going to push the House. We've already seen pushback from Debbie Wasserman Shultz against law enforcement over her prerogatives, her office's prerogatives here. And I fear the Justice Department is going to be fearful of raising these issues with the House for fear of embarrassing the leadership of both parties. And that's something we need to kind of push the Justice Department on, that they don't undercharge or under-investigate this for fear of the consequences that will happen if they push further and find something that no one wants to find, which is a national security threat at our breasts here in the House. And of course, there's this basic issue of who's watching the store. Hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars have gone missing through equipment. People, when they communicate with their House members, often communicate the most private information, as sensitive as anything the IRS has or anything that your health doctor, your health care provider has. If you've got a problem with your Social Security or your VA benefits, you provide your Social Security information, you provide other sensitive personal data and confidential health data and data about your situation, and that material could be on your members' servers. All that could have been breached here. So not only is the confidentiality of the House proceedings at issue here, but the privacy interest of who knows how many Americans have been breached as a result of this lackadaisical attitude. And secondly, we've got the issue of whether or not the process for accountability here is working. And I shouldn't say secondly, and maybe seventhly. Where are the committees? Where's the House Administration Committee? I'm pleased that the leadership of both parties, when they were briefed by the House Office of Inspector General, said we got to bring the FBI in. But does that mean you shut down your investigation? You don't hold members to account who, when warned about potential criminal activity, continue to place these staffers, or at least one staffer in the case of Debbie Wasserman Shultz, in a position where they might be able to continue criminal activity and still be able to harm the taxpayer and other House members and House staffers? This is a mighty serious issue. And I tell you, I don't know whether the alleged DNC hacks and some of the hacks we've seen recently are tied to the Pakistani family crime ring that we have found here in the House. But to the extent Mr. Mueller is doing a competent job, it seems to me he'll want to at least ask some questions to see if there's an intersection between the hacks of Democratic officials, including Debbie Wasserman Shultz, and the Awan family crime ring.